Loving God, may all that I do today nourish all of your beloved lambs. Jesus revealed himself again. Again and again and again, Jesus reveals himself. Today's gospel tells the story of the fourth revealing, at least the fourth revealing. The text also says in another place that there were other stories that were left out. Maybe there were other revealings. And also, what about today, 2 millennia later, in your lifetime and mine, and for that matter, all the lifetimes in between? Where and when and within whom has Jesus revealed himself? What are the conditions when Jesus reveals himself? For me personally, it's often in hindsight that I realize Jesus' presence. When I look back at those times when God drew me clear to safety, as the psalm proclaims. When my enemies, which for me are resentment, anger, sadness, jealousy, self-abnegation, when those enemies try to take over my life, but God found me a way out of that. In the wider world, not just my personal self, in the wider world, I think about other ways that God reveals. For example, the dismantling of the Berlin Wall, or the discovery of vaccines, or the advances against gender discrimination accomplished by Ruth Bader Ginsburg, or the legalization of same-sex marriage, first in Massachusetts in 2004, and then the entire U.S. in 2015, all of which seemed like such miracles at the time. Or so many other times in history when God has managed to collaborate with all of us beloved creatures to turn, borrowing the Psalms phrase again, mourning into dancing. Jesus reveals himself again. In today's second reading, God is revealed as every creature in heaven and on earth and under the earth and in all the seas singing together. All creatures, no exceptions. In case you're worried that everyone will be there except you, because your faults and failings are so especially damning, or in case you're worried about your sibling or child or your friend or whomever, worry not. This amazing vision in the second reading includes everyone. There is no description in that reading of some sort of hellish judgment day. There is no damnation. In all of our brokenness, we are never too damaged for God to use us, to love us, to save us. Which brings me to the end of the gospel today. When they'd finished breakfast, Jesus said to Simon Peter, Simon, son of John, "Do you agapeo me? Do you love me every bit as unconditionally as I love you? I'm pouring unconditional love upon you. Will you reflect that back to me, Simon?" And Simon Peter says, "You know that I Filio you." And so Jesus says again, Jesus says, "Feed my lambs." Sorry, I skipped that line, which is an important line. And then Jesus says to Simon Peter, "Okay, I'm going to try a second time and see if we can get this right. I'm pouring forth unconditional agapeo love upon you. Can you reflect that back to me?" And Peter says, yes, I filio you. I feel all that unconditional love, and in my brokenness, what I reflect back is my human version of that. And Jesus says, "Okay, I hear you. Tend my sheep." And then Jesus says, Simon, my beloved, and to every single one of us, I'm gonna keep pouring forth unconditional, beautiful, divine, sacred love, pouring like Niagara Falls, like 153 fish, just non-stop, again and again, pouring unconditional love into you. Given all that, will you Filio me? And Peter says, you know everything. You know that the best I can do, because I'm human and broken, the best I can do, and I'm trying my best, I'm shooting for the stars, but all I can hit is the moon. I Filio you. And Jesus says, feed my sheep. Over and over and over again, Jesus meets us where we are. And also draws us out, draws us up, draws us ever nearer, so that one day we can reach Agapeo, that one day we might reflect back. And perhaps one way we can do that is to feed Jesus's sheep. Loving one, may all that I do today nourish your beloved lambs. May all that I say feed the souls hungry for grace. May all I do tend your beloved and show the way to green pastures. All that I meet are like me, thirsting for love. Give me grace to feed your sheep. Amen. That last prayer comes from Steve Garnaas. I forget the second half of his name. I can give you info on him.